Good morning, guys. It is another hot one out today, but we have got to get some stuff done in the garden. Mostly it is going to be harvesting up all of our potatoes. I planted this entire bed with potatoes in the early spring, and they have now almost completely died back, which means they should be ready to go. I will be saving some as seed potatoes for next year, or trying to save some. I have not attempted to do that before. So we're going to set some aside for seed potatoes, harvest the rest of them, get them inside and get them canned up so that I can have them over the winter. I had planned on doing 3 different varieties this year, the Yukon Golds, a red gold, and a purple potato. However, there was an issue with the shipping from the company that I had ordered my seed potatoes from. So I ended up just having to go to the Tractor Supply and picking out what they had available, which was just the Yukon Golds. So this entire bed is just Yukon Golds. Next year I'll try again to get a larger variety and try a couple new things. But I just wanted to get a really nice potato harvest this year, so I went with what I had available to me. Alright guys, so this is our potato harvest for this year. I have 3 small crates as well as some in this box here. First thing I'm going to do is pick out all of the ones that I want to use as seed potatoes. Those I am going to leave unwashed. I'll probably leave them out here for the rest of the day just to kind of dry out a little bit, and then they will be going into a cool, dark place to hopefully overwinter so that I can use them next spring. So from what I understand, using some that are about the size of an egg is your best bet. These larger potatoes I will be using to can. Anything that is really small, not really worth peeling, I will set aside and roast them for dinner over the next week or so. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started and choose what we think is a really good potato for next year. Since I do plan to get some more varieties next year, I don't need to put away a whole bunch of these. I'm probably going to try and do half of my potato crop from seed potatoes that I harvested this year. I think this year I started with either 4 or 5 pounds of potatoes from Tractor Supply. So I'm going for probably about the same, just in case I want to do some more next year. So I think that's it for the seed potatoes. The rest of these we are going to wash off, get cleaned up, take inside, and can up. Whew, it is hot out there today, guys. It is 94 degrees plus, and I am so glad to be back inside in the air conditioning. We are going to get the rest of these potatoes all canned up today. Firstly, we're going to be peeling them, and in order to prevent any browning, we're going to make sure to keep them submerged in some water. Once I've peeled them, I also have some of this produce protector. I don't think you necessarily need it, but since I have it, I might as well use it. And so yeah, we're going to get started on processing all of these potatoes. The smaller potatoes I am just having, slightly larger ones I am quartering, just trying to get even sizes or chunks of potatoes to go into my jar. I've got a pot of boiling water here that I'm going to dump them directly into. By the time I am done with all this cutting, most of them will have aged for the 10 minutes that they need. So our potatoes have been boiling for 5 minutes and we are ready to pack our jars. I also have a third pot going with fresh, clean water to put into the jars. And later on I will probably actually put a little stock in with the potatoes instead of water. That'll be great for soups. Alright guys, we are finally done with all of our potatoes. I ended up with 28 jars of potatoes, quart size. Several of them I did with a stock so that they would make for an easy soup. I also did about 2 bins of O'Brien potatoes, which are potatoes that have been chopped into small chunks, and added pepper and onion to them. Blanch your potatoes before you freeze them like this. And I also ended up doing some hash browns for the freezer. Again, I just took my mandolin and shredded them that way, blanched them really quick, or steamed them actually in this case, and then laid them out on a sheet tray and pressed the sheet tray down with some weight, froze them that way, and then cut them into squares, and we'll be able to use those for breakfast. Thanks so much for watching guys, and I'll see you guys next time.